In today's sit-down, we speak with Giorgio Trabaldo, an Italian network marketing legend, and he had a sales volume of around $20 million, and he's sharing all his secrets. He also speaks about what happened when his previous company got sold and how to network with highly influential people. This episode is a must-watch. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you're in network marketing, you will have a lot of nuggets, golden nuggets, that you can write down during this episode. So make sure to watch it until the end. Click on follow, click on subscribe, and let's tune in.
Who is Giorgio Trabaldo? Giorgio Andrea Trabaldo, born and grew up in one of the most lovely European countries, Italy, is an entrepreneur in many fields, international speaker and sales trainer, graduated in economics. At just 24 years old, generated over $10 million a month in sales volume and 7 figures annual income since the age of 23, becoming one of the youngest top players in the world and the most famous personal brand in the make money niche in Italy. People who know Giorgio refer to him as the master of personal growth and human performance, although he does not like to be called that way because he is much more. At his age, he has already impacted more than 22 countries around the world, ending up in a number of magazines around the world, such as London Daily Post, Economy, Affari Italiani, Libero, The American Daily Post, The Way magazine, and many others. Every day, he works behind the scenes of entrepreneurs and top earners to help them scale faster and increase results in relevant ways, while also being happy and not just rich.
Giorgio Trabaldo, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode in the Mental Candy podcast. And thank you so much for taking the time and stopping by in Miami.
Big up. I did it because we have a story, me and him. Like, we got to know each other in 2021, we were saying, huh?
Exactly, yes. That was I think, one of the biggest Jonas event, the biggest events where we worked together in the previous company. And I remember when I saw you for the first time, it was in the lounge where all the cookies and the coffee were. Yes. And I talked to you, and because I just knew you and everybody, the creative thing about your brand is that this is so wide, like everybody have seen you somewhere, everybody know who you are. And this is absolutely amazing. And this is why I'm very interesting to talk to you today in the episode. Yep. Like, how do you build such an astonishing brand? Because you speak about more than 100,000 followers on Instagram. You created more than 20 million, I think, in a year, like accumulated in sales with your organization and then in network marketing. And this is truly, truly impressive.
Yeah, I'm always curious about what people think and perceive me, because, you know, we all have an image of ourselves, but then when other people tell you what they see in you, it's interesting. So now that you say this, I'm like, okay, I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because when people talk about you, it's like, you're doing a great job, because if nobody is talking about you, you are not interesting.
True.
So, and I remember when we were in other team calls and we were like, all like asking, like, how is Giorgio doing this thing? You know, becoming like a diamond, one of the top in the company with such a young year of age. I think, how old were you? Like 23?
I was 22, 23. I think it was October, so I was already 23.
Nice. And people were like, I don't know what Giorgio is doing. That's completely crazy. But what is do you have like a blueprint that you follow? Because when we look at the average male out there, they do parties, they do drugs, they have a job. They are not really like pushing boundaries. What separates you from living the average life?
Mm-hmm. So I think inside of me, I have kind of a necessity of doing something meaningful, because I know that if I don't do that, I will go to drugs, I will go to parties, I will just
have you ever done this before?
I did, not so heavily, like people, you know, when they do heavily parties and stuff, but I was in that direction, let's say. So I always tell people, if I didn't find network marketing, I would have gone in that direction probably, you know, the everyone's path. So I know for a fact that when I get busy on the stuff I love and that inspire me, I'm very productive and I am enlightened, let's say. If I don't follow those things, I will go in the wrong direction. So the thing is, I have this drive because I know what I can do, you know, my potential for real. And so I just go full send, bro. Like, this is the only thing that really motivates me today. Also because I made millions in network marketing. And when when people don't work in network marketing, and they are like, yeah, but I don't have the motivation. I'm like, brother, open your bank account. Tell me how much money you have. Tell me your spouse, who she is or who he is, and show me your lifestyle. And then you should get motivated by that. But when you make millions, then you really have to find a different motivation, because it's not more the money, or it's not anymore, finding women or men or having the possibility of traveling. Mm-hmm. So what today drives me even more, it's my potential. Like what I can do. How far can I go?
What do you do to tap into your potential? Because there are a lot of people that have a lot of potential, but they don't have the thing what it takes, or they're just lazy. Like, what do you do to get really, like, let's say 100% out of the potential that you have?
So my rule is never get out of momentum. So, momentum in the business, it's when everything works and you're in the flow and everything is smooth and you're solving every problem as soon as it pops up. And that's my rule. Like, I never want to get out of momentum. Like, the normal question people ask me, Alex, it's, how do I get back on the flow? Mm-hmm. And my answer is oftentimes you shouldn't go out of momentum. So why the question of getting back if you never went out? Mm-hmm. So the way I tap into my potential and not being freaking lazy is I stay in the flow. And when I'm in the flow, I get addicted to the flow. Like I'm addicted. It's like a drug for me. Mm-hmm. I don't want to get freaking lazy. Mm-hmm. I know it's beautiful being lazy because we all have been on the couch watching Netflix and chilling.
Or even small things like watching Instagram reels.
So
like
true.
One after another, and you're
so
like,
true.
boom, boom, and you're like, fuck, I wasted half an hour now.
So true.
Yeah.
So I got myself addicted. Like my brain receives dopamine from working out, doing business, and getting shit done. That's my way of getting dopamine. And my brain is so used to that when I don't do that, it's like I'm wasting my time. Mm-hmm. And so I go back to producing results. Mm-hmm. So I think it's an addiction game. People just have to decide what they want to be addicted on.
It's like, what do you choose? Do you choose work ethic? Do you choose drugs? Do you choose pleasure? Do you choose like a great lifestyle?
There are so many ways of getting dopamine today and all the other substances. So I always tell, like, it's like when people tell you, yeah, but it's hard to work out. To me, it's hard not to work out. And for you, I think even more than I.
The thing is, for me, it's harder to look skinny than...
So beautiful.
No, it's just true. Yeah. When I look myself in the mirror, I feel like how the shirt is not like... How my body is not feeling the shirt. Yeah. And I just get pissed off. And then I'm like, fuck it, I don't want this. And then I just go back and then I train, and then the bump is coming back. The shirt feels different. Yeah. You just look yourself in the mirror and then it's like, that's my standard. Mm-hmm. And this is even what Tony Robbins is speaking about, like raising your standard. What is the initial thing? And it's the same in business. Yeah. And you mastered it. But what was the daily activities that really created results?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I would say, talking out loud, the first one, it's staying close to the team members, staying close. Like I'm a very close person to my team members. Not just today, of course, mainly the leaders because the organization is big. But still today, sometimes I randomly go into groups where there are the people who make $1,500 a month, and I randomly call some of them. Randomly, like I just get in there and I call like 5 of them.
You go on WhatsApp, like call?
Yes, call, randomly video call them. And maybe these people are in Italy working, or in Germany or in Spain. They're just working and they are scared if they're going to make it or not. Yeah. And they receive a call from me from Miami. Mm-hmm. So this is the kind of thing I do sometimes to close the gap from the bottom to the top, to make sure that I always bring my quality down in the tree. Mm-hmm. Because what I feel you can be a 10 out of 10, but as you go down in the tree, as you drill down, you're going to find people who are maybe a 2 out of 10 on skills, business, mindset, development, or personal development. So one thing is getting close. So I used to invite people in my house all the time, bro. Like my house was never done for me. It was built to engage with people. Mm-hmm. So I used to have like 6, 7, 8 people in my house almost every day. I never ate alone, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Maybe once in a week I was eating alone, but 5 days, 6 days out of 7, I was with some team members. Lunch, dinner, breakfast, sleeping, waking up, because they could really see how I worked. So that's why I have so many people who have stuck with me for many years. Mm-hmm. It's because they basically saw what I did to get here. And so they have no excuses because they saw me going to sleep at 3 a.m. and waking up at 8 a.m. they saw me going into the freaking toilet and doing the shower and shouting in the shower, doing the morning routine and training and working out. And then at 9 a.m. I was the beast of the beasts. And they were like, shit. So they understood what I meant when I trained them on habits. They saw what I mean when I talk about believing in yourself and getting focused in the morning. So this was always my way of training people. Less Zoom, more get close to me and see what I do and how I do it.
But how can people do it when this is the best case when you're in network marketing and the guy who's like really like shedding barriers is close to you and you have like access to them. But what do you do if you don't have it?
That's a calling to do it yourself and to even get deeper in the trenches and in your self-understanding and trying things out, because actually that's what I did, because my mom introduced me to this industry, but she wasn't a builder. She was just a customer. So I never had a sponsor or an upline. And so I had to, let's say, build my way of building network marketing. I had to build my way. That's why I'm very divergent compared to maybe so many other people in the industry, because the way I build this industry, it's never copied from anyone else. It's been my way of doing things. So if you don't have one, like I never did, it's a calling for you to.
Then you just become the person.
You just become the person.
This is what I see. They're like, because I talk with a lot of people in network marketing, and then it's like I don't have access to my sponsor. She doesn't give me the time what I want. I call her, she doesn't reply, and I'm like, this is a situation that's good for you. Because this gives you the chance that, okay, I become independent. I need nobody else. I crush it completely. I'm pissed off at everybody that my sponsor is not helping me. I just do it on my own.
Exactly. I agree. 100%.
For most people, it's so difficult to recruit people. And let's say I'm new, I join your business. How do you teach me that topic? How can I do this? That I become that person, that someone looks at me and says, here is my credit card, I want to get started. This is the person I want to work with.
So I would do a couple of things. The first one would be to work on your mindset, like for real, like 101. Before I even make you invite someone or talk to someone, I would ask how much you believe. I would train you on network marketing. I would give you...
Believing in what?
Believing in the industry, believing in the team, believing in the company, believing in the services or the products you sell.
But how do you do it? Because if you ask someone, do you believe in the product? They say yes.
I would dig down. I would dig deep. Like, let's say you're the guy who just joined. I would be like, hey, Alex, look. So tell me all the doubts you have about this industry. So tell me all the doubts you have, because I know you joined because of course you want a different life. You want a bigger perspective, but tell me the doubts you have that you don't tell anyone. I would dig for the objections, because then I can give the person a correct understanding of what she or he is doing. And so he feels not just okay with building, but he actually feels honored to build the business, So I would plant the seed of become professional, because you know that if you become a professional, you're going to crush this industry. It's a safe place to build. Why this company is safe rather than maybe the other scams that are out there, because in this industry, we need to be careful sometime. And what I feel is so many network marketers, they don't know why they're doing something beautiful.
Yeah.
Because they maybe still have doubts of, they told me this is not a scam, but why? And I feel so many leaders don't teach what something is a scam and what it's not. And I think especially people who are building something legit, they should freaking say that.
Yeah.
Because then there's no difference. And then you get in touch with some of your friends, they tell you, but it's one of those scams. And if you don't know, you're not trained to be able to explain what is a scam and what it's not, then you get discouraged.
Exactly. And this is where I'm like, oh shit, they think bad about me because I'm building a scam.
Exactly.
And I'm even like blocked right now because I cannot send the next invitation.
And then you come to me because I'm your sponsor and you're like, but I don't know, maybe it's not for me.
Can I send the package back?
Can I do the refund?
Can I get a refund?
So the first thing to recruit is understanding what you're doing and doing it the proper way. The second thing is I would really do the first steps with you. So I would really show you, get close to me, and I'm not teaching you, I'm going to show you. I would spend like 2 hours with you. guiding you and explaining you why do we invite people in a way or in another way. I would give you the why behind things.
And you also help them in the beginning to present it to his people. For example,
Yes.
let's say we do like a 3-way call and
Yes.
you help me to explain the business.
I wouldn't let you do anything alone.
Yeah,
Anything.
This is the thing. When I gained momentum in my business, the difference was when I took the new people and I said, okay, I want that you make money as fast as possible. Who can we talk to? It's like, give me all the people, 12 people in the next week, invite them to the calls, and I introduce them to the business.
Yeah.
Because I can handle objections so fast and they can learn. I say, okay, what you do is you're going to take a piece of paper and you write everything down what I say.
Exactly.
And then you just copy, and this is how they learn very fast. And the thing is, what I realized, it's kind of a protection. Because it's the same if I play basketball and I throw the ball from the middle field and I don't aim the basket, I'm a loser because I didn't play to my teammates.
Yeah.
But if I make it, then they're like, okay, yeah, this guy's good. Because like success is like, it proves me right. And when my aunt comes to me and says, oh, that's shit, that doesn't work. But I say, but I earned $500. That is kind of a protection what I have in the beginning, what helps me to keep going when I make money in the beginning. And if they don't, they drop out.
Yeah. I think what is missing in this industry, big time, it's people who recruit to build and not recruit to recruit. You know?
Exactly.
Like recruit to freaking build the person. Yeah, not everyone is going to become a millionaire, but everyone must become a better person through you. Must. And this is why also, this is the way you can build a legacy for real, because people who drop out of the business, they still tell other people to do the industry, to join network marketing. I have people who, of course, you know, some people drop out, some people stop, and it's normal. But still I have like those people who stop the business, still today, they preach you should join network marketing because it's a smart way of getting to know yourself, the industry, sales, marketing, social media. So this is the ultimate goal.
Yeah, the thing is because you get just punched in the face and you have to deal with it. And you see immediately who are your friends and who are not your friends. And this is what so many people can't deal with it. Then they speak with the first 5 people, they say no, and they say, oh, okay, no, it's nothing for me. Because I cannot deal with the negativity. Because when I'm in my job, unemployed, everybody is like, oh, it's okay, do it tomorrow. You know? And network marketing is like, bam.
Yeah, it's weird. People are not trained to get punched in the face.
Yeah.
But it's the only way we
You know, what people say about you, 50 years of wisdom embodied in a 25-year-old man.
Yeah, they say this?
Why do you think that is?
I don't know. One side, you know, when you do the birth chart, you know, when you go to these ancient people.
It's like, how was your life before you were born?
Exactly. And so they told me I'm an ancient soul. I don't know what that means. Actually, I know. Like, it means I was reborn so many times. So my soul is ancient. So like, I know it's old. So I know stuff. But I think on the other side, I compressed time so much. Like, I worked so much in a short period of time. I lost 8 kilograms in my second year of business. I was obsessed like a maniac.
But that created the results.
Yeah. Sometimes it's scary to tell people, get your head down and work 18 hours a day, but it's still what I'm doing today. I'm still working 18 hours a day. 17, 16 sometimes. This is it.
And this is for most people, they just step away from that.
Yes, because I think people don't embody themselves as the image of that successful person. So their self-image, it's of the lazy person or the traditional person who they were before. And so when you push them to go foot on the gas and really go 18 hours a day working, they feel this is not who they are. And so they maybe do it for 1 week, but then they fall back on the person who they think they are, which is a person who works a bit, makes some extra money, but then it's partying, having fun, chilling on Sunday. Instead, my self-image was always like, wow, I love working. Like it's not even, there's not even a difference between work and life. Everything is mixed and
blended.
It's blended all together. So I don't have to force myself, working whatever all day long. Like it's a pleasure for me.
But this is interesting what you say, because most people, they work too little and then it takes you too much time to become good at it.
So true.
So, and if you like you do it yourself, I just bite the bullet and work, and I put so many hours in, because if I have 100 conversations in a week, I learn more than if I have 10. So, and this is what you did basically for 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's
Speed is
exactly.
a currency.
So, and this is why you can teach people so well, and you get booked at all the events, and everybody's a huge fan of you because of the experience what you got. Yeah. And this is what helps so many people, because you just learned it.
True. Like speed is a currency.
Yeah, exactly.
I always tell people, like, network marketing, it's easier if you go fast than if you go slow. Mm-hmm. So rather than going on at the same pace for 2 years, go very strong for 6 months and then you chill. I tell them this, but I know they won't chill after 6 months, because they're going to see how much they grew. Mm-hmm. They're going to see how much they impacted. They're going to see how big of a team they created. And so they're going to be like, why should I ever stop now? Mm-hmm. But maybe, you give them the idea, you work 6 months, your ass off, and then you chill for the next 18. But then I know they will never chill after they see the results. Mm-hmm. So that's what happened to me. I started with the dream of financial freedom, where they tell you work 3 years of your life and then never work the rest of your life. And I believed that naively. And of course, after 1, 2, 3 years, I realized that you have to keep working. It's just a different way of working.
Yeah, but is it everywhere like this? Because it's like success is rented. It's never owned. And you have to just pay the renter, because I cannot get in shape for 3 years and then stop doing it, eating shit. And then I also look like shit after 6 months. Doesn't care how long I worked out before.
Yeah. It's a mindset. It's a mindset people have to develop, like the thing of not doing it once and never do it again, but it's a loving that lifestyle. It's loving that person you're becoming. And it's not like doing it once and then falling back on what? Falling back on the old habits, falling back on going to a normal job again. I think it's the worth everyone has inside. Like, I always felt as soon as I joined that my worth was living that life, being that person, becoming free, making money, helping people. And it wasn't just, I want to do it once and then stop doing it. It was like, I finally found what I'm cut for. Mm-hmm. I'm done for that. There's no going back. So even today that I make a lot of money, like I don't want to chill. Like, of course I chill, but I don't want to.
It's different.
It's different, bro.
Because you go somewhere, you rent a nice car, and it's like,
but
you're
content.
still texting people and still like inviting people. You know,
it's like, still creating content and still doing the. I think it's a personal understanding, and people develop and grow through suffering, through questions, and through different moments of life where they, at the end of the day, they find themselves. Like, I think I found myself. Mm-hmm. Like, I know who I am. I know what I want.
Did you actually search? Did you ask yourself, like, why am I here?
Sure, bro. The more money I make, the more I'm going to the spiritual. The more I understand the body, the money, the car, it's not what fulfills. It's like, it's funny because the more money you make, the more you realize money is not everything.
Yeah, the thing is, it's always about helping people. So, for example, when I have calls with someone in my coaching programs, and then I talk with them, and then after the call, for example, I would still do it even if I wouldn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
Because it's just like when you help someone to overcome an obstacle based on the experience what you got, that's fulfilling. That's really cool.
Yeah.
But let's speak about network marketing in general. There's not everything is like shiny and glitter and beautiful, and we both experienced that the hard way. And in the previous company, how long did you build before they got sold? Like, was it 3 years?
Almost 3 years. Almost 3.
3 years.
Yeah.
What happened in that? How did you perceive like all the changes?
So yeah, that's the tricky side of network marketing, because everyone says you become an entrepreneur. What I teach people, it's actually you do not become an entrepreneur 100%. Like, you become a hybrid, because like you have pieces of the entrepreneurship and pieces of the employee, because at the end you don't choose the prices, you don't choose the products, you don't choose the compensation plan, you don't choose everything, but it's still the best thing ever, because you have the perks of being an entrepreneur, even if you don't have the entrepreneurial...
Without the headaches.
Exactly, without the headaches. And you have... you're treated sometimes like an employee because you don't decide the prices, you don't decide the products, but you don't have the bad stuff of the employee, So, one thing is, of course, you don't control the company. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what happened is we knew what was happening and we were ready, because the team was always close to us. Like people make a business. It's not the business that makes people. So especially network marketing. And so we were already, I think that when shit happens in a company, at the end, people who get impacted are the people who weren't ready already, you know? Like we were already ready because we were working. So if you're working, if you're in phase one, if you're helping people, at the end shit can happen, but you're in the flow and so you can solve issues. I saw people getting heavily impacted because they weren't building. And so when you stop building,
they relaxed already.
And when that shit hits you, and it's like if you're training and someone gives you a punch here, then you're training, your muscle is ready to receive the punch. Instead, if you're cold and you're stiff and it's been like 3 years you haven't been training and someone gives you a punch, you're gonna feel it much more. It's the same thing. So yeah, we were ready.
Yeah, but that was crazy, because like so many people, they spoke about, that's like a company forever and it's like nothing will happen and it's impossible to destroy. And then like, boom, and everybody like swifted in different directions.
Yeah.
It's like some people did this, the other created this. And I also saw you have like a sales university.
Yeah.
So what is sales and life university is called, right?
Yes.
What is that about?
So in the Italian market, there are not, I would say, amazing trainers about sales in general. And on top of this, you see that sales in Italy, but I think also Austria, Germany, Europe in general, it's highly seen as knocking on doors or bugging people or freaking calling people if they don't want to be called. And so I wanted to reframe the whole sales concept, adding also the fact that sales, it's equals to life. Like at the end, if you sell properly, it's because you live properly, and the way you sell, it's the way you live. The way you live is the way you sell. So I mixed basically the sales concept with some personal development and growth and leadership, so that people can learn how to sell, but at the same time learn how to sell to themselves, and why personal development is highly attached to sales.
Is it basically when people join your network marketing company, they also get access to that, or is it like separated?
No, it's a separate thing. Of course, to everyone who works with me, I basically give it for free, because at the end, if I train them more, I make more. But yeah, it was also something that I sold in general to the public. Yeah.
What is the entry fee for that?
$497, bro. It's so cheap.
$497? Is it a one-time payment or
one-time payment, and you have like 9 modules. Talking about sales, from the mindset to how to prospect people online, offline, in person, how to do events, sales leadership, cold calling, anything about sales. I would say in a deep way. Of course, you can go deeper and deeper if you want, but it's already like a very thorough look into the sales.
Okay. And how many members do you have in that university?
2,000 now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So. And how do you get to those members? How do you promote the university?
Social media. Social media, branding, yeah, that's it. And I don't pay to run ads. No, just social media organically. Because my build, I think in my whole career I spent like $4,000 on paid ads, and it wasn't for the course. It was just to bring people on my account. That's it. Because my strategy has always been, I overkill you, I over deliver with content. So if I bring you on my account and I don't sell you shit, then you're going to see the value. And I have so many people who text me and send me emails saying, do you sell courses? Do you sell? And I'm like, no, bro, I don't sell. So like, this has been my way, because of course I don't need to. Now I'm building my business. So I make money there, and I want to give, because I know one day or the other, people are going to give back. So
do you give it back with sales volume?
Yeah, in general, sales volume. They're going to be recruited. They're going to join my team. They want to join what I do, or in general, they're going to spread good words about me, which has always been my number one strategy. Like help. Don't ask anything in return. And then everything, the universe, the karma, God, whoever is going to give you everything back times 10.
What is your strategy to sell it in the stories? Like, how do you structure? Do you make like multiple stories to sell the university, or do you make like one link? And you can explain a little bit. So,
I know you check my account, and maybe you're seeing in the last months, I haven't been using stories so much. I just post once in a while because I wanted to increase heavily the views. I get to 25,000 views a story when I post. So it's a good number for my following. So I would say I don't sell the university so much through social media. Like people reach out to me more. But if I had to sell, yes, I would use stories. I would put I would tell a story through the stories, guide them through realizing the pain they have, they're losing money, and so on.
You mentioned before you used ads to get people on your profile. Is that where the main of your 100,000 followers come from, approximately?
As I spent $4,000? No, bro. With $4,000, I don't even know how many how many people I had that followed me. Everything that comes from, all my followers come from organic reach. I remember in 2022, in summer, I started popping up heavily on social media with, how do you say, popular and viral videos. I had one doing 1 million.
Really?
And then the one
What did you make different?
They were reels done, cropped from me speaking on stage. So I had big events. I used to get those clips, cut those clips, and basically create short content, very well cropped. You know, so the video guy was very tight on how to crop, what music to put.
Words,
the words precisely.
Like attention grabbing.
Exactly, perfect. And those reels, bro, I had one doing 1 million. Then another one 2 days later, 1.2 million. Then another one, 800,000. And from that moment, my account, bro, there were 2 months where I basically did 1,000 followers a day.
No, really?
I swear. So I have the screenshot still because I was like, shit.
Where did you come from?
Yeah.
Where have you been the last years?
I have the screenshot. I will send you later. So maybe you can post them here because, there was a realization point because, bro, I used to put out, and still I do today, so much content. Like once a day. Also on YouTube, I put content in different languages. And nothing, let's say, really popped up. And then the universe, made me finally go rise. And I'm doing the same with YouTube now. I have 17,000 subscribers and I have 374 videos, long videos, bro, beautifully edited. And, when you have 17,000 subscribers, it's not that much, But I know that if I stay consistent, one day or the other, everything is going to come to the surface. So this is always a belief I have. Also in network marketing, I had the same. In the first 3 years of network marketing, 3 years and a half, I made 116,000 euros. So $130,000. And
so it's
2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or less. But out of that, you have to cut all the expenses. And my first 3 years and a half were before COVID. So the business was highly costing. It wasn't just Zoom call. No. It was grab the car.
You drove around with your Vespa?
No, it was with the car.
It was with Vespa?
Yeah, I still have it. So I didn't make money in my first 3 years and a half, but I was growing so much. And I remember so well, I used to tell myself, everything is going to come. Because I knew I was growing. I saw my skills.
Why did you not give up?
Because, bro, I saw myself developing and getting better. And my mindset was sharper and I was smarter and I could see myself influencing people better, training better. So I was seeing my skills develop. So I'm come on, before or after, things are going to pop up. And that's what happened. So that's what I always teach people. Don't focus on results. At the end, results are just a stamp on the physical world. But if you focus on yourself step by step, then the physical world is going to come. Because success is just a reproduction of what's mental, spiritual, emotional, is behind the scene, abstract. So, and still today it's the same for me, bro. I make money, 7 figures a year, more.
Is it just from your network marketing business?
Yeah, just from my network marketing business, yeah. I made 100, can I say?
Sure.
140K in the last year.
Nice.
So it's a lot of money, almost 2 million in a year. But to me,
on average in a month.
Yeah. So it's 1,800,000 and something. So for me today, that money is not so much. My brain doesn't see that money as, wow, it's a lot of money. Actually, my brain sees it it's too little. I need to make more. And I'm getting pissed sometimes because I don't make more. Because the jump to making 300,000, it's a big jump. I have to say, it's a big jump. It's the next rank. And
how many people do you have in your team now?
10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
Like active people?
Active people, yeah. So it's quite a bit.
That's enough. It's good.
It's never enough. It's never enough. I want to get to the next rank. I want to get to the next level. That's why and I think network marketers oftentimes they lose this grip on the business, you know, because maybe their self-worth is like 10,000 a month. So when they make 12,000 a month,
it's like, I don't need to work that much. It's like 12,000 is good.
Because they attached their worth to money. Mm-hmm. I never attached my worth to money. My worth, it's based on what I do today. If I hit the gym, if I train people, if I fulfill my soul through helping people, you know, if I reach my potential, this is my drive. So money, they're coming. Mm-hmm. They're coming. Like, I don't even question if they're coming or they're not. I just focus on my growth. This is what interests me.
And on helping other people to grow.
Yeah. And at the end, if you help yourself grow, you're going to affect other people. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're growing and you get together with someone, you want him to grow. Rich people want to make other people rich. Poor people want to make other people poor. Mm-hmm. This is it. So when you grow and you're in momentum, at the end, you attract momentum in your life. You want to make everyone go faster and people feel that. So my number one suggestion for people in network marketing would be stay in the flow. Don't get out of the flow. Get addicted to that feeling, because if you're in there, in that flow, you have ideas, you have solutions, you have vision, you have motivation, you do everything correctly. Mm-hmm. If you get out of that flow, that's when you start questioning yourself. If you
where you get the doubts.
Exactly. Like, fill your freaking calendar. If your calendar is freaking full, you don't have time to think of your doubts. Mm-hmm. So you stay in flow and randomly talking, you don't have doubts. You bring people to you or to me that they're questioning the business is because they have an empty calendar. This is it.
Because this is when they sit in front of the phone and they're like, oh shit. And then the doubts are coming and then they Google and then, fuck. Yeah. And then that's horrible. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And you have a post on Instagram and I think it's the first one, what you pinned to your profile. Okay. It's like, I highly recommend to have rich friends.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's very difficult to network with high influential people.
True.
And I remember at the event where we saw each other again, and you know, I really have to say, when I saw you, like backstage, man, I was really happy. Because it was so fucking awesome to spend time with you on the events. There was like, Giorgio, this is the man. And your energy is cool. And there was like, fucking, I was like, I need to shake his hand, man.
Let's go.
And rich friends. Daniel G mentioned when he introduced you that you messaged him a couple of times and he didn't reply.
Yeah, true.
So what is your takeaway on how to network successfully with rich friends?
Do it a lot, like reach out to a lot of people. Don't give a hell if they reply or they don't reply. Never get egotistic, like saying, yeah, he didn't reply to me, then he's a fucker. Bro, you reach out. If they never reply, and it's okay. And I understand them because I have so many people reaching out to me and sometimes I don't reply. And it's not because I don't want to, it's because maybe I'm in the middle of so many other stuff. Mm-hmm. So do it like continuously and repeatedly to so many people. And the second thing would be, don't be egotistic. And the third one, don't expect anything. You just reach out and build yourself on the side. Because I always think when I send a message out that if that person doesn't reply back, one day he or she is going to see that I messaged her, because she's going to find me in a reel. She's going to find me in an event. She's going to look in my account. She's going to go into the message section. She's going to see I DM'd her and she's going to be like, and she's going to come back. Hi, Giorgio, I'm so sorry. I never saw this message. Yeah. I already envisioned all that moment in my head. Mm-hmm. And my reply will be, no worries. I absolutely understand you. I wouldn't have done that either. Mm-hmm. So either they reply or they're going to see. And when they're going to text me like that and I'm going to reply in that way, it's a high level of communication, because you're like, yeah, it's okay. I didn't wait for you to answer. Mm-hmm. I grew myself so that you noticed me.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good point. So with Daniel, you just messaged him?
Yeah, a couple times. And then he didn't reply, and then he replied, and then I messaged him again, he stopped replying again. So we went back and forth a couple times, and he spotted me when I invited him in a call, and there were like 1,000 people all fired up, and so he said,
nice.
Yeah, so he said, okay, so this guy has something.
This guy is legit.
Yeah, it's legit. Yeah.
So I go with him in a call. Nice. And this is how you start then speaking at his events?
Yep. Yeah, no, actually, I invited him to one of my events.
Is it the Leverage Group?
Yes.
Is the Leverage Group the brand that you created basically for your team, right?
Yes. Me and the leaders and all together, like we always say, we don't have one founder or two founders. Like we're just a community. There's no one who created, and everyone is part of this. And yes, it's the brand of the community we build all around the globe. And I mean, we work with different teams also. I work with different teams as well, but that team...
But the different teams are basically in the Leverage Group.
Not everyone. Like some other teams, they came from other companies to me, and so they have their own branding already. So, I mean, the Leverage Group is like the overall container, let's say, but inside there are different teams and groups, but the vision is one.
This is interesting. And this is what I see in other people, because I interview a lot of people in network marketing. And even when I created my brand, I tripled my sales volume with Mission Together, what I did in just 2 months.
Yeah.
And now you speak about like how you transitioned with your brand from a different company to a new one.
Yeah.
And this is important to create such a culture, like outside of we sell products, outside of look at this company.
Yep.
Like how important is that to create something like this if you really want to make a difference in network marketing?
Yeah. It's a central point, I would say, because people need to belong to something. People want to belong to something. People want to feel aligned with something. And it's like the company, sometimes they feel it so distant and they feel everyone has it and they feel maybe it's not enough. So when you build like a smaller concept of belonging, then people, I don't know, they just feel they're building something with you for themselves, and so it helps you keep the team close.
Yeah, they truly build it with their hands.
Yes.
Because when you are new, you go to a company event and you see someone doing this business since 5 years on stage making millions, they're like way too far away.
Exactly.
But when you put them in a group, it's like you can even like make the recognition more specific.
Yeah, exactly. It's hard to build a community for a long period of time. I have to say this because, people just think, okay, I'm going to build this and then everyone is going to feel connected to this brand. But when you want to really build a brand, a community, do events with that name and manage ego, there's so many things complicated to grow a community. But if you're someone who is willing to put in the work and really go full gas on network marketing, it's absolutely worth it. Necessary, I would say.
Mm-hmm. That's really necessary. And you see that what other people are doing. For example, Sandro Cazzato, that's wild. With Ascent Tribe, is it called?
Yeah.
When are your next events? What you have with the Leverage Group?
We're having one in next year, 2025. We've already been planning since like a couple months, and it's gonna be like a 10,000 one.
Really?
Yeah, we want to hit 10,000 in Europe. It was gonna be. I don't know
somewhere
where.
in Europe. Okay.
Yeah, we're still finding the location. Basically, when you have a big community, you're doing events. You have a company in the company, and it's taking so much work. Like building an event of 10,000. Like aside from the costs, huge, but the organization, the effort, the time, and you're subtracting that time from the business. I mean, of course, it's coming back at the end because if you do it correctly, everything is going to come back. Mm-hmm. But it's like, that's why I say majority of network marketers, they are not entrepreneurs. But if you build your own community, and that becomes the entrepreneurial side because you do your own events, you manage all the invoices and this and that.
Mm-hmm. I want to wrap this episode, and can you give a tip when someone is listening right now and they're in network marketing, maybe they are stuck. What can they do after they listen to this episode right now to get more momentum in the business?
I would say take control of your next 48 hours. This must be a life rule, not just a network marketing rule. Get control on your time. So many people want to have time freedom, but they are not okay with getting yourself in a sort of prison, but prison sounds bad. But managing your time and making sure you do not have any free time. This is the decision. So when I get control on my life, control means sales, control means wealth, control means everything. Like people want to be free before they even get control. Before you get control, then you get freedom. So when you get control on your time in the next 48 hours specifically, then you can trace momentum, you can track it, you know that what you're doing, it's aligned with your goals. So myself, I always, bro, have planned my next 48 hours. Always. Like if you tell me what you're doing tomorrow, I already know, 100%.
What is your plan for the next 48 hours? What do you do?
My calendar knows. Not even my brain, bro. Not even my brain, for real. But okay, today I know because I have to bring the video guy to the airport and I have to do this and that. But tomorrow, I don't know. Like my calendar knows. And this is the only way to really build a business successfully. You cannot rely on your brain. If you rely on your brain, it means you're working so little because you can remember all the appointments of the day after. So if you don't have a calendar and you don't rely on the calendar, I think you don't have a business because you have so very few things to remember that you can. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That makes sense.
This is the key for me. 24 or 48 hours, tight. So when you end these 24, you have to add other 24. 24. Always 2 days in a row, full. So you can never get out of momentum.
How can people reach out to you? If they say...
Social media.
Giorgio, that's the man. We put all the links below that episode.
Done. I have YouTube channel also in English. I'm starting. They're going to come out.
Do you do it on one account or do you have
one account. Everything on one account. And social media. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. YouTube and IG.
Nice. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
My pleasure,
That was good stuff.
Talk soon and see you in Miami, guys.
That's a great place. Nice.